Hello and welcome to the Utah game stream. We have actually changed where we stream. I'm Carly and I'm with.
I'm Jack. Yeah, we are currently now streaming on YouTube instead of Twitch. So to all of those who have joined us so far, thank you for joining us. Make sure to smash that subscribe button. It killed me a little bit inside to say it like that, but please do. The interaction on the channel helps. We want to get out to as many people as possible. So please subscribe if you haven't already. It doesn't cost you anything unlike Twitch.
And yeah, there has been so many changes to just the Utah games in general. We used to be known as EAE. Now we are the Division of Games or Utah Games, and it's been so excited to see all the changes, especially with this new year. Right now, we have started the Overwatch Collegiate Homecoming Swiss bracket. We are in stage 1, so this is our first game, and we are facing Western Kentucky University.
Yeah, this is our not only the first game of this Collegiate Cup, but it's also the first esports game, I believe, that we have this entire year. So this is the first actual esports stream that we're getting out to you guys. We're super excited to be here. Like you said, Western Kentucky University out of Bowling Green, Kentucky, I believe. Pretty solid esports program. Started back in 2016, I believe. They got a League of Legends team out there that did pretty well. And then in 2019, they added Overwatch and Valorant. Is that...
Yeah.
Don't have my notes pulled up, but I think that's what it was. 2019
Yeah,
they added them.
they also added Rocket League, and Western Kentucky is actually a D1 university in Bowling Green, Kentucky. So I'm so glad that they're here to play us today. I mean, there was a rough patch like 2017 where they weren't sure if the esports program was going to continue, but we're so glad because esports in general is evolving, and here we are just playing more brackets and starting a new season.
Exactly. We're so grateful that we're able to play them. We're so grateful to be in this tournament. It's good to be back after a long off season. We got our players behind us over there somewhere in the fishbowl playing for us today. And so the style of this tournament, like you mentioned, is a Swiss bracket style. I couldn't tell you what that means. I don't think many people could, but it's a Swiss bracket. You can Google what Swiss bracket means. But essentially, this first stage of the bracket, it is a first to 3 wins, so a best of 5. We had, obviously, if you don't know, we have different maps in Overwatch, or different map styles. We have Control, Hybrid, Flashpoint, a new map which we'll go over a bit later and how that works, Push, and Escort. So theoretically, we only may play up to Flashpoint, but we might need to go to all 5 with tiebreakers, including Control and Escort. I think you said we're starting off on Busan for Control?
Yeah, that is what we are set for in this bracket for stage 1 is Busan, and that kind of changes every week if we go on. And a important thing to notice is that we aren't sure which game we're going to play next, which is why we see to be continued, because they don't give out the next battles until we finish ours.
Exactly. It depends on who wins the other games.
Yeah.
And what happens there. But I mentioned it earlier, Flashpoint, new maps. That was a lot of new things in Overwatch 2 that came over on the summer season. But Flashpoint is a new map style. It's kind of like Control from what I've heard. I haven't played it, but I've seen some people play it. I don't know. Do you know anything about it, or should I go off of my very limited knowledge of it?
I think I think you're good to go.
Okay, so from my very basic knowledge of what Flashpoint is, it is kind of like Control. There are different areas of a map that you need to look after, basically. It's not like... I'm trying to equate it to like Halo Domination, where you have different areas that you need to control, but it's only one area at a time. So there's this first central area that you need to control. That is the point. Think of it like Control. The first team that gets to 100% on that control will now get advantage on the second point, so their spawn will be a bit closer to it. And there are 5 of these control points throughout the map, and it is dependent on who wins the first, who wins the next one. So if you win the first, you only need to get to 3 of those controls, so you only need to win 3 of them. I believe. Again, it's like Control. It's a little smaller than a control area, in the area that you actually need to, like... I'm saying Control so many times, but it's a little smaller in the area that you need to watch over. And the timer, the percent ticker, I heard, counts up a lot faster. And I was reading up about this when we were looking over the rosters and the teams and the new hero changes that came up. And I was reading something. I was reading a thread. And the general control point, like if we're just going back to control maps, it's a very dive heavy. You want to dive in and take control of the point, dive out, and just like get the percentage. Flashpoint is kind of the same, but the dive doesn't really work. 1, because the timer counts up so quickly. 2, because the point is so small, and 3, because you now have to dive onto other points. So I'm excited to see what both teams, Western Kentucky and Utah, come out with that. I'm wondering if we're going to see the dive comp. We also have a new hero. I'm going to pronounce her name completely incorrectly. Ilari. A new hero, new support hero coming into the Overwatch team. Ramacha was the last one. I believe we saw a bit of Ramacha at the end of last season, or did we see Ramacha last season?
He was there last season, and since then, not only we kind of skipped over hero Lightweaver, which
oh my gosh, I completely really forgot.
Yeah,
I completely forgot about Lightweaver.
His powers kind of center around flowers, and he has beautiful like pink wings. I really like him as a hero, but he's not very useful in the competitive scene. Ilari, however, when she came out, she immediately just made her place, and I think we're going to see a lot of her.
We are definitely
going
to see a lot of Ilari and Baptiste. You know, watching the Overwatch League I think they just had the Fall Cup, whatever it's called, or the Summer Showdown. There was a lot of Ilari, a lot of Baptiste being played. So I doubt we'll see anything other than that. We might see a little cheese comp from the Utes. I know they're feeling pretty confident going into this, but we'll have to wait and see what's to come from them. But we're starting out on Busan. It's been a while. Have there been any map changes to Busan? I haven't played Overwatch in so long.
So Busan plays as normal. It is a control map, which means that there's an objective that each team is kind of fighting for. They're both attackers. And it's an area. If your team is on it, then you have to stay on it until it's 100%. You have control of the point. You stay on it until 100. The other team can kind of interrupt it and kind of like pause the not really the timer, but pause the other team's advancement of. It's kind of like in limbo. If it's like goes to overtime, then the overtime stops until one team kind of gets off the map, and it's just like there's three different maps. On the control, it plays as 3 different buildings. You have to capture 2 of the 3 in order to actually win the kind of round. And I'm so excited to see Busan. It's a really cool city, and the maps are just like where the control points are is just so unique, and how you play on it is different from what used to be the core control maps on Overwatch.
Yeah, I'm excited for Control. You know, we've always started out on Control. It's one of my favorite map styles. Obviously, I'm a bit biased towards Escort because I just love Escort. Also, people hate on Toronto for Escort. I love Toronto. That's definitely not my Canadian bias showing, but I love it. We love to see it. If you guys have a favorite map, I'm going to ask you guys to interact in chat, please. Let us know what your favorite map is. We love seeing all you guys in chat with us. Tell us what you love about the game, whatnot. I feel like one of those people that's trying to sell stuff is like, buy now. Let us know what you think. But no, we got a super exciting game coming up. Like I said, the first game of the season for the Utah Utes. Swiss bracket. This is going to be a pretty long tournament. I was reading over the tournament schedule. This goes into late October, early November, just because there's only so few games per week. Yeah, it's kind of crazy how the Swiss. But anyway, it looks like we're headed towards games. So here we are on a right into Busan on Temple.
On Temple map. So. Pretty much we see that. Wait, is that the new hero? We are seeing Matt and Javi come out with Ilnari. Oh no, wait, is that Lifeweaver from? Oh no, he's just trolling us with the Lifeweaver. Like we said, so you can see Ray from Utah and Javi from Western Kentucky playing that Ilnari. Matt and Anatar playing Baptiste, just like we called it. I'm liking this Widow pick from King Nation. You sit back right on that ledge for Western Kentucky. You're going to be able to get something. No Sam charges right into Zarisa, but he's going to be walled off by the May of Western Kentucky.
But Bastion's going to pump right in, pushes Hasidadi? Hasididi right on back. That Maywall's going to protect him a little bit more. He's going to take out the turret from Ray's Ilnari. I'm going to keep mispronouncing that name. But yeah, the thing with Ilnari is she now has a turret that heals. She can do a primary fire turret from her weapon, but now she has a turret that you can set up behind defenses.
But we see that Utah has taken control of the map. You see that Utah is the red team while Western Kentucky is blue. And we just see the Bastion with Bison. I know that Utah just loves to like cheese with Bastion, and it's always interesting to see him come up and control maps. But we see that Hasididi and the rest of
he gets absolutely melted. Bison with that primary fire and turret form takes him down immediately.
That was a combination.
Is that a May ult from Western Kentucky already?
Yeah.
We have a lot of ults coming up immediately in this first team fight. This team fight's going on really long. Javi's going to take out No Sam, No Tank on the side of Utah. Looks like Western Kentucky's going to start to flip this back as Anatar is taking out Bison on DPS.
Oh, but Utah is still contesting the point.
Still contesting.
And we see that
Ray taking out King Nation. Utah still in control of the point, but Western Kentucky going to flip it over at 53%. Good hold from Utah, 53% right now. Western Kentucky going to keep pushing up, going to force Utah back. No Sam Bison force it around the corner.
Yeah, and we see that each team kind of has a balance of ultimates. We have King Nation, just used his Widow Sight, and Javi has Ilari's ultimate. But let's see if the Utahs can kind of go around the edge. We see that Western Kentucky is kind of battling away from the point. And we see that Bastion ult. Bison has used his ult, but we have
Ilari's
ult.
We can see Ilari's new ultimate Solar Flare. It shoot. Oh, I didn't know it made for fly. Nothing going to come out of that, but Utah is going to control the point. This is 3 down on the side of Western Kentucky. King Nation going to be able to take Ray out for. Utah is going to flip the point right on back. Not even going to let Western Kentucky match them in percentage. A lot of ults still here on the side of Utah. We got a bit on the side of Western Kentucky, but you see that Solar Flare coming out from Javi, also from Ray, but Utah with that tact visor, with the Bastion's turret thing, I'm forgetting the name. So we see window come out from Matt and tact visor come out from Carr.
Oh, it seems like Western Kentucky is just like running towards the point, but the Utes have kind of made their place. We have Bastion just absolutely being healed and saved. Oh, but now Western Kentucky has taken control of the point. That rush worked. But we'll see the Utes are still 88% compared to 48%.
Yeah, you see.
And we'll see them see if they can come back. Ray got kind of destroyed.
Yeah, you see no ult on the side of Utah. They used everything on that push and got almost nothing out of it. That tac visor and that Bastion turret just did absolutely nothing. You know, Bison was kept up for so long, but Hasididi able to take him down.
Yeah, it might be that the Utes are trying to do the same thing, just kind of rush point. They're kind of standing back as Western Kentucky ticks forward, but Western Kentucky has no ultimate, but neither does Utah.
Yeah, Utah trying to regroup, but they're split up from.
No
Sam going right in, and May on the side of Western Kentucky taking down really low, and everyone on the side of Western Kentucky is really low now. Utah pushing forward. Kyer taken down by King Nation is super low. We see the window come out from Anatar on the side of Western Kentucky. King Nation, Anatar down low.
Oh, but Western Kentucky is made to 99%, and the Utes are falling.
Utes are falling behind. Bison's the only one on point as we see Matt come in, get out that immortality field. Bison able to take out the healers of Western Kentucky. But Western Kentucky keeping up May, able to take out Bison. It's just they're trying to touch the point now.
Yeah, I mean, Hasididi is just surviving on the point, and they have Doomfist to try to get that.
No Sam's Doomfist. As Western Kentucky takes the first point, they're able to keep Kyer off of the point on Soldier 76. Western Kentucky flipped that point so many times. Yeah. Utah had a very good opening, but they just faltered, weren't able to hold the point.
Yeah, they got so Western Kentucky got the first map. We'll see if they can get the next map. But yeah, it just, I think the Utes were kind of staggered by that last just run in. You know, we saw No Sam having to switch to Doomfist because they didn't have enough time.
Yeah, from about 70% onwards, it was so often that Utah was down a player or two and not able to get a full like team fight going. As we see a Hasadidi switch out over to the Diva from the Ramatra. No Sam sticking with the Orisa.
Oh, and they're both heading towards point, but not
Bison on the Torb.
directly on
He's
it.
going to be super low. Ray take out Anatar. Diva is DMA'd by No Sam.
Oh, and we see that Bison on Torb. Is that water
I
Torb?
love this.
I love it. And the Utes are just wiping the floor of Western Kentucky as Carr gets 2 without even an ult. And they're kind of grouping in as no one got the point. But
Utah
the Utes start.
Utah takes first control on a very dominating performance. Bison on the Torb. I know Torb is good on the station map of Busan, but this is amazing.
Yeah, I mean, the Utes and their Torbjorn and Bastion are just, they're some of the most fun characters that they like to use. I've seen Torb on King's Road, not really here, but we see No Sam get King Nation. And
Yeah, pushing up super far into the Western Kentucky spawn. Oh, he's gonna peek the Ilnari through the truck and the wall. Good foresight by No Sam. He's sitting there.
yeah, but I'm wondering about Inoska.
He
their
keeps
May.
walling right there. He's giving a lot of protection.
Oh, but they're going around. I don't think the Utes saw that.
They
or saw
don't
that
see
too
it, but
late,
No Sam
but
pushing in with his ultimate. Is he going to try and capture anything with his? He is.
Oh.
He's going to get a lot of people with there. He's going to take out King Nations. No more good DP. No more DPS on the side of Western Kentucky. No Sam pushing far in.
Oh.
Kyer taking out Hasadidi. It's going to be a Utah win on that one.
Not only did No Sam use his ult, but I think Inoska kind of walled them off and like accidentally separated their own team, which caused Hasadidi to kind of get stuck with the Utes. But now we see Western Kentucky decided to go a different way. They're going to the left
right.
now.
They're going to their right. Utah's left, coming down the
Oh,
stairs
but
over
the
there.
Utes
But Utah
called it.
read
They
it.
saw that.
Holding point. Hasadidi going to jump on down to point. No Sam going to be the counter Orisa to that. He's going pretty low. No Sam going to take out Ray.
Oh.
Ilnari taken out. We got a Blizzard taking out the Immortality Field of Matt. King Nation on No Sam. Matt on King Nation. There's a lot of names that don't mean a lot if you don't know what's going on, but there is a lot going on. Utah still in dominating control of the point. 92-0.
Oh, but the Utes have their ults and they're just.
This is the last fight for Western Kentucky. If they can't get anything here, it's going to be a Utah map. We're going to be going to map 3. I think we are. Utah, dominating performance. Matt and Ray clearing it out. Utah, 100-0. They had that first map, and they said, no, thank you. We're not doing that again.
Yeah, that was amazing. And we saw Ray pop off at the end with Ilari. I think that Western Kentucky kind of got stuck. They couldn't push all the way forward. They're stuck in a corner. And, next to them was just they could fall off the map.
Exactly.
But it's exciting to see the indoor map of Busan.
We've seen Anolska playing the Mei on this on the previous maps. Looks like they're going to go for that again. With these moving walls, it's going to create a lot of opportunity for blocking off the sight lines of Utah. But again, like happened last time, it could block it could create team separation for Western Kentucky.
Yeah.
For the Hilltoppers here.
And we see King Nation actually on Torb. They're kind of like there's similarities between the two comp. We'll see if
Yeah, Bison and King Nation on the Torb mirror comp. Hasadidi taking out the turret quite easily.
Oh, as we see, so Western Kentucky has kind of got the high ground, if you will, but the Utes are fighting for it. We'll see if they'll continue pushing up top or if they'll just drop onto the point. It seems like they're pretty comfortable here.
Yeah, points open. Nobody's dropped down yet. Utah rotating around back. Looks like they're going to try and take the point. No, Sam.
Oh,
Arisa's
they're being
sitting there.
chased by Western
Hasadi's taking
Kentucky.
out Matt. Only one healer on the side of Utah. Little heals as Hasadidi takes out Ilari's turret, but no Sam able to capture the point. He's going to try to get that mag pack, but Javi's going to take him out. Not enough time for no Sam. Bison getting that mini pack. He's going to touch the point, and Western Kentucky's going to flip this pretty easily.
Oh, man. I don't think that there was very good communication between the Utes because as we saw No Sam and I think and Bison kind of switched. They moved to the point, but everyone else was up top, still fighting with Western Kentucky. They were kind of just chased around, and now they're stuck kind of in this railway to their spawn. But No Sam is pushing through. We'll see what happens. We have a Torb ult.
Is that No, no Torval yet. We do have the window coming out from Anitar and Baptiste on Western Kentucky. Not going to be able to find much as No Sam takes out the Immortality Field, but it's countered by Hasadi taking out. But Hasadi takes out Matt on the Baptiste. Little heals on the side of Utah. Ray's going to be put under a lot of pressure here as King Nation takes out the clone of Bison. But King Nation is also going to take out No Sam in the middle of his ultimate. Oh my gosh. This Torbjorn is taking out everybody.
Yeah, again, the youths were separated. Not really enough communication between when to kind of turn and go. And then we just saw that King Nation just destroyed them. That was a good slot for them to change. Yeah, but we see the youths kind of going a different way. Are they split again? No, not really.
We see No Sam switch to that Ramacha, going to try and counter Hasadid. He's able to, Bison going to be able to take Hasadid out. As a Solar Flare from Javi's going to take out Matt and Bison. Absolutely dominating Solar Flare. King Nation going to clear up No Sam. It's just Kyre and Ray left on Utah's. Ray is going to try and touch the point, but the Torbjorn of King Nation is going to cover him. Not going to allow it. Western Kentucky almost 90% here. Utah's got maybe one more team fight and 2 ultimates online with the attack visor of Kyre and the molten core of Bison going to try and push forward. But we see
it's Utah. Just ults everywhere.
Utah's not going to be able to touch.
No, they can't. We have the May wall. We have just so many ults. They're being blocked.
Taking out Bison. And Western Kentucky 2-1 against Utah on this map. Utah dominating performance on map 2, but not going to be able to close it out on map 3. Western Kentucky takes the first point.
Yeah, they get the first round of this tournament. They get Busan, and that was crazy. At the end, we saw Ilari. This is why she's kind of the meta right now. We saw the triple kill on the Utes. It was just Western Kentucky is really
dominating aggressive performance. You see them, playing super far forward towards that Utah spawn, towards that little arch right there on mech base, that third point right there. And Utah just getting separated and staggered throughout the entire map. They're never able to complete a full team fight.
Yeah, and we saw Western Kentucky the Utes in the last map have dominated with kind of this Torb character and taking control of the point. So they decided to play Torb, and it kind of just everything was flipped on their head.
It really was. As we're heading into our second map next, we got a hybrid map. Hybrid is a combination of both control and escort, push. Where you got a little truck. So you first have to capture a little point, get it up to 100%, and then you have to push a cart through one checkpoint and then on towards the finish. Let me see. I have the map pool pulled up so we could see for hybrid either Noombani, which I miss Noombani. I miss playing on Noombani. Midtown, one of the new maps for Overwatch 2, or Eichenwald. No Kings Row. Mm-hmm. I remember last season Utah absolutely loved Kings Row, and even in matches where they weren't favored, they absolutely dominated on Kings Row. I'm excited to see what they do with this Noombani and Eichenwald pick. I haven't seen them play on any of these maps solely because they only play on Kings Row whenever they get the pick.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just everyone plays on Kings Row. Kings Row is kind of like the even one that everyone likes. It's just very balanced, but I'm excited to see another map that's not Kings Row.
Exactly. But before we do that, we're going to head to a quick break right now. We'll be back in a few with some more Utah Overwatch.
Hi, and welcome back. We are back sooner than we thought. So we have started the next game, Hybrid, and we'll go to it as soon as we can. We're in New Bonnie. I love this map. We did swap out a character. We now have Sonic as our healer. Is that Lightweaver? Please no. But yeah. So the Utes are on attack. Yeah, and Western Kentucky is on defense. As we said before, this is a hybrid map, so they have to capture the point until 100%, and then they have to push the payload through this kind of, I think, 2 checkpoints. And we see here we have Hasadidi on Diva, and we have Alari again on Javi.
Oh, please, Sonic, go Lifeweaver. Ah, Sonic, you're breaking my heart here going to that brig Matt on the Ana. Going to playing a bit far back. But we do see the mirror divas on the part of Nosam and Hasadidi. Bison going to switch to that Tracer. Going to be trying to run circles around Western Kentucky. Nosam pushing up on the high ground. He's going to be countered by Hasadidi. He's going to be going super low. Going to have to back off right there.
I see that they're in this like small hallway, but they have managed to kind of push through and get to the kind of get a part of the top, and now they're dropping on point, which would force Western Kentucky maybe to drop some of them.
Western Kentucky's keeping the high ground. Bison able to take out heals from Javi. No more immortality field on the side of Western Kentucky. No Sand and Hasadidi going after each other.
Yeah, the Utes are just playing the point. Western Kentucky hasn't even stepped on it, and that has allowed No Sam to get a Nolska and another pick from the Utes. And I think
Bison keeping control of that point. They're going to drop down and get control of that point. Western Kentucky going to try and dive Hasadidi. Got a lot to look at once. He's going to be taken down to about half, but he's stayed keeping up. No Sam. Ultimate's going to get nothing.
Oh, but he managed.
Or was he demeched and got out? Oh, he was demeched and got it. He was demeched and got it back. Amazing. Utah 2/3 of the way there. Western Kentucky going to take it as Kyer with the triple kill with the attack visor. Sonic able to clear up Hasadidi after the demec. No Sam gets it. That's a team kill for Utah on the back of Kyer and that attack visor. Going to keep pushing forward.
Oh, that was amazing. I wasn't sure if Western Kentucky, if it was even worth to contest the point, but just that triple kill from Kyer just changed everything.
Absolutely changed it. Look at that. Still 3 ultimates up on the side of Utah. We got the Pulse Bomb. We got the Diva Bomb, and we got Brigida's Rally, and only 1 up on the side of Western Kentucky. They don't have much to counter to this next checkpoint. It should be pretty easy for Utah. Kyer sitting back trying to get Hasadidi while No Sam's distracting him. Bison on the other side. It's going to be the double flank for them. Forces Hasadidi back a bit.
Yeah, I mean, Hasadidi is the only one forward. But we see that Western Kentucky has 2 ults, so we'll see what happens as we see.
Post ball from the side of Bison's going to take out Javi. Only 1 ultimate in play for Western Kentucky. Not much to go off of right there. Attack visor. Will they pop it?
Oh, Western Kentucky. Maybe they're trying to take that back high ground, but we see that we have 1 U on the payload.
Utah keeping that forward pressure. Bison. We have the Diva Bomb from Utah. They're sitting right there in that door. Attack visor is going to come out from King Nation, but the Diva Bomb is going to come and try and disrupt that. Not going to find anything. The Remake also not going to find anything. Sonic is going to demec. Hasadidi, though, no ultimate on the side of Western Kentucky.
Oh!
That's, Utah going to clear up the point pretty easily as Anolska on that Genji.
Is that team kill? That's another team kill.
Another team kill on the side of Utah. I guess Noombani is one of their good maps as well as Kings Row.
Yeah, that's 2 team kills that led to just like a capture. And we see that we're in our last stretch.
Over 4.5 minutes left on the clock to get to this last point.
Oh, yeah.
West Kentucky going to have a lot to deal with. Kyer taken down low.
We are getting closer to Western Kentucky's spawn point. So we see that there's now Zarya on the point because they switched from Diva.
Hasadidi taking the switch. Kyer's got his attack visor again. We got a Brigida Rally and a Nano Boost. Kyer looking for the rotate. He's getting Nano Boost attack visor on the backside. Western Kentucky's not going to see it at all. Immortality Field's going to keep them up a little bit. The wall. King Nation can be able to find No Sam and Kyre, but No Sam going to take out King Nation in the process. Utah still on the point. Bison running around, making Western Kentucky flail a little bit, but they're able to hold on point. Going to first team fight win for Western Kentucky. Bison back in the corner. He's going to back out. Western Kentucky team fight win off the back of some ultimates with that window, that Baptiste window, and were there any other? No, it was just a Baptiste window, but we got 3 coming up on the side of Western Kentucky. We got the gravitic flux, not gravitic flux, the gravity well from Zarya up online, and a blade. Will we see the bubble blade?
And we have Ilari's ult.
We have Alaris to keep them up. We might see a lot of ultimates come out from Western Kentucky on this last point. 3 minutes left on the clock for Utah. They got time. The rally is going to come out from Sonic, going to try and keep Utah alive. Bison still has got that pulse bomb. Sitting up top. He's going to throw it. He's going to find nothing. Or he's going to find Hasadini. But King Nation's Molten Core is going to find Matt, Sonic, and Bison. And he's going to find No Sam in the process. It's a Western Kentucky team kill.
Oh my gosh, that was perfect. Like
absolutely well timed. So well timed.
Zarya's gravity just pulled him in, and that just allowed King Nation to just use his ult and get 2 people, and then just a fleeing No Sam.
No Sam switching to that Zarya for the Zarya counter. Not a lot on the side of Utah. We got maybe a nano on from Matt to Kyre with 71% on the sound blade. Black holes coming out from No Sam, not going to find anything, but Matt's going to take out Hasadidi, Kyre, and Elska, but King Nation's turret is taking out Sonic. No Sam going to force Western Kentucky back as they're going to keep pushing forward. Pale is still going. Was that a team kill? Almost a team kill. Almost a team kill. Hasadidi respawn just in time. Western Kentucky, Tracer of Anolska is going to come out right in time as the window from Anator is going to try and keep them up. But, oh my gosh, Kyre with the attack visor. Hasadidi is down. Tracer, No Sam taking out Javi. No Sam, Anolska. Utah trying to keep this point alive. And they're going to capture it as Anatar. It jumped a bit too. Did he jump high and allowed Utah to capture the point with like half a meter left?
He jumped a little bit high, and then he was kind of stuck in No Sam's just regular attack. But we see now that the Utes have finished with 1 minute and 50 to spare. So if there's another team, they'll have that to kind of jump off of. But it's time for the Utes to defend and Western Kentucky to attack. So we'll see how this goes, because Western Kentucky is really good at attacking, as we saw from last map. But we see similar. Oh, we see a Sombra from King Nation. I'm excited to see that.
I want to see this. They might be just trolling and spawn a little bit, but who knows?
I am interested. So we do see Torb Bison from the Utes. Since it's like just defend the point, so we'll see how that goes. I am excited to see Ana Matt with Ana, because Ana is a kind of far range healer. It's harder when people are rushing at you, but we'll see if he can kind of
he's going to try and sit far back, get those far picks. Ana, a surprisingly good healer. I started picking her up back when I was still playing, but surprisingly fun healer. You can do a decent amount of damage. As King Nation is sticking with that Sombra and Nolska on the Genji. They're going for this dive comp right here. The Anastar sitting back on that Ana. King Nation. He's wrapping around. He's going to go for the Torb of Bison. He's going to be detected. Turret is down. He's going to be taken out. No.
He
jumped off the edge, but he's able to recall back.
Oh, but we see that.
No picks yet. Hasadidi is demeched. He's going to be taken out by No Sam. Still in mech. Clearly, robots are superior to humans.
So Western Kentucky has been pushed back. They decided to kind of regroup after the loss of Hasadidi. But it seems like the Utes still have high ground, so we'll see if they'll be able to contest it, as it seems like it seems very difficult. And we see Sombra, King Nation, just hanging out in the back.
Western Kentucky sticking with this dive comp, not switching after it. Sonic going to be not Nano. Why am I forgetting the name of everything in this game? Anti, that's right. And also going to take out Bison, but Bison's going to take out King Nation. But lots of trading going back and forth as No Sam's going to take out No Skull. No DPS on the side of Western Kentucky. Utah going to keep holding them back. Kyre keeping that high ground, putting pressure on Hasadidi as No Sam's going to go up. He's got the Diva bomb coming out. He's sitting far back, waiting for Hasadidi to maybe get demeched.
Yeah,
Utah putting the pressure on Western Kentucky.
It seems like the Utes or Western Kentucky is having a hard time kind of just holding high ground and kind of facing against the Utes as they get pushed back and steamrolled after Hasadidi gets demeched. You don't want to be there.
The stagger.
Oh no.
Are they gonna get the stagger? Oh, please get the stagger. Don't let this happen.
Geez.
No, Sam. Oh, come on.
But we see that the Utes have 3 ults and Western Kentucky also has 3. So we'll see how well they can each use their ults to kind of take this point or defend. Hasadidi is now on point, but is away from his team. So we'll see how much. How far that goes.
Diva Bomb comes out from No Sam, not going to find anything, but the Diva Bomb from Hasadidi is not going to do anything as well as Hasadidi is taken out while he's out of the mech. King Nation, the snipe onto Kyre. Utah keeping Western Kentucky, forcing them on the point as we see the Brig ults come out. I forgot that Brig's ult now makes her shield insanely large, which is super cool. As Sonic going to keep pushing them forward. Sonic, our resident flex support, highest rank of what? He said he maxed out at rank 20 a few seasons ago. Very good player. We're lucky to have him on our team. But Western Kentucky not going to be able to get a tick as there's suddenly under a minute left for them to get this first point and then make it all the way to the end. Utah very dominating hold. Dive comp not working for Western Kentucky as Anolska sitting with that blade. Was he waiting for Nano Blade? Bob coming out from King Nation on Ashe. Going to be slept and going to be taken out by No Sam. Nothing's going to come from it. Anolska with the Dragon Blade. Kyre is down, but Bison, the turret got him! The turret got him!
It's a triple without even using an ult. Oh no.
Bison, no more heals on the side of Western Kentucky. It's just King Nation and Hasadidi. But Hasadidi is demeched and he's going to be taken down super low and out by Matt with the melee. Utah, dominating performance on defense. Western Kentucky, 15 seconds left for them to get anything on this point. They just got to touch it to get into overtime. Lucio from Hobby's going to try and jump on the point. They're going to touch it. They're going to get that overtime tick.
Yeah, and Hobby, as soon as he touched the point, he immediately got...
he got absolutely demolished. And overtime is not going to happen because nobody's on point. Utah takes the win for the second map. Dominating performance, not even allowing Western Kentucky to get a single tick on that first point.
No, oh my gosh. I think it's just Western Kentucky had a hard time coordinating. Like we always saw Hasadidi just rush in and get people, but where's the rest of his team? They're kind of not as mobile, Anna is as mobile. It's just like you got to get on the point, but the Utes are always there.
Yeah, you see them in the first half of their attacking phase playing that dive comp with Genji, Sombra, Diva, and just nothing coming of it. Anolska on the Genji and the Sombra of... Oh, who's playing the Sombra? I'm already forgetting. I'm sorry. I apologize. But the Sombra just getting detected over and over again in the backline. It's not allowing them for them to capitalize on any of the hacks, loss of abilities on the side of Utah. Just nothing's coming from it. I don't think we saw an EMP from the Sombra of Western Kentucky the entire map.
No, so Sombra was King Nation, and King Nation just kept on switching characters. He was Sombra at the start, and then he switched to Ashe.
Yeah.
And there was only one ult out of all that.
Yeah, we saw the Ashe, the Bob not do really much, but not a lot coming out of Western Kentucky. Utah dominating performance on Noombani might be their new King's Row, but don't take my word for it. We'll figure that out when we ask the players later as we head on to the newest map style of Overwatch Flashpoint. We explained it earlier, but if you weren't here to hear the explanation, it's kind of like Control. There is a central control area at first. There are multiple throughout the map. You have to capture that first control area to 100%. It ticks up a lot faster than a regular control map. You capture that, it'll open up a new control area, and you have to capture 3 of those control areas to win the match. And they switch all over the map based on who wins the first control point, who wins the consecutive one. So it just depends on who captures that first one.
I'm excited to see this. I'm always here for new maps. I think we're on Servasa this coming round, but we'll see how the Utes fare in this because I haven't seen either of them playing them. So we'll see. It seems to be very attack heavy, and both teams, Western Kentucky and the Utes, are really good at attacking. We saw Western Kentucky take Busan, which was a control, and if Flashpoint are mini controls, we'll see if this is actually their kind of hidden card.
Exactly. I'm excited again. Like you said, we haven't seen anybody play on this. Basically, very new. I think did Flashpoint come out with Ilnari as they're all pushed out in the same update?
I think around the time.
Okay,
yeah.
around the same time. A lot of new stuff coming out from Overwatch too, from Blizzard. It's exciting to see a lot of this new stuff. A lot of the new. I think we got Hero Mastery earlier this week, a few days ago. Love seeing that. Keeping up on their promises of a somewhat Hero Mastery. But yeah, we got Servasa, so I'm excited. I mentioned earlier in the pre-show we got we might see a bit of a dive comp. We saw it from Western Kentucky on that hybrid map, but with the multiple capture points, it's not really inviting to dive comps because you're just switching around all over the place. So maybe in a last-ditch effort, we might see that dive comp. I'm excited to see what happens from both teams on this.
Yeah, and hopefully we'll get into the match soon, but I'm excited to see this. I really want to see this new map, and I want to see kind of like how this changes the balance of Overwatch, because actually we've already had the balance change from 6v6 to 5v5, and just as we said, a lot of new stuff coming out. Hero Mastery, I can finally actually master Mercy and tell people about it.
I mean, you are a goated Mercy.
Yeah,
man.
of course. I'm the best when it comes to fraud. But it's just, how will Overwatch keep on changing from now, and how will Blizzard keep updating it so that it kind of stands to the test of stuff that doesn't really change that much. Like Rocket League is still the same.
Yeah, it's kind of the same. You learn a lot more, but Overwatch has got to keep updating stuff, keep us interested. And I think they've done a successful job in that. We're still here. We still got a team. We're still excited to commentate for you guys. We're still waiting for the teams to go in. We just got notifications. Oh, we're not going in yet. Sorry, just got a notification. We're not going in yet, so we're going to try and buy a bit more time for you guys here. Thank you for joining us. If you're here already, if you're new, if you're a new viewer, thank you for joining us for the first time. Or if you're an old viewer, just if you're I lost my train of thought.
We're new here on YouTube. We're always seeking to improve, so definitely subscribe if you want to keep up with the latest varsity teams. We also have League of Legends. We have Rocket League. We have Valorant too. We're seeking on kind of branching out into more games and streaming more. Maybe do some just fun, not that serious competitions or talks. But yeah, definitely check us out and stay tuned. But right now we'll go into the map.
Yeah, jumping into the first flash point is going to be Servasa. See, we're right as we see this. I believe it's Peruvian. Is it Peru? It's based on Ilnari. It's a Peruvian landscape. I don't know the name of the map just yet.
Servasa.
Yeah. Well, Servasa, but it's, you know how you have Busan, Temple and what. I don't know if it's a sub name or anything like that. As you can see, a very walled-off map. Not a lot of angles lots of angles to peek. Not a lot of long sight lines.
Yeah, it's not as open. There's a lot of just a lot of roads in between buildings, and it's just there's not much free space. But we see
you can see that from Bison picking up on that Reaper. Not a lot of long sight lines, so maybe going for that close combat. No Sam on the Zarya as well. Sonic gonna try and boost them out with Lucio. Boostia.
But we have Slowdorn on both teams, she's such a good attack. She used to be meta before Ilari came out.
Before all the debuffs.
Yeah.
I love this Lucio pick on Sonic. I am a Lucio main, so I love seeing the Lucio. Going to boost them onto that first point. As you can see, it is a bit smaller than a regular control point, not by much, but once it does unlock, if you'll notice, the percentage tick goes up really fast. As King Nation gets a double kill. Sonic going to be walled off from the rest of the team. Is going to be pushed down to the low ground. Hostility taking out NoSam.
Oh man, that was an amazing May wall.
Yeah, Western Kentucky going to take dominant control of this first point. Look at already at 15%. It's ticking up so quick. But remember, there are 3 points that they need to capture.
Yeah, I mean, they kind of pushed the Utes up against the wall and split them with the May wall. And it's just, you know, falling down means that they have to go all the way around to get back up to the point.
NoSam coming in with the bubble, going to get a bit of charge on that. Going to keep Bison up. Sonic going to take out the turret from Javi, so no more good healing on the side of Western Kentucky. NoSam going to keep pushing in. Going to try and get that Ramacha 100% charge. No more immortality field. Utah halfway to flip. They're going to get the flip. Oh, yeah, they're going to get the flip. No kills. Kyra going to take out Javi. One less healer down on the side of Western Kentucky. NoSam, no more tank. A lot less shield. Team kill from Utah onto Western Kentucky as they're going to get a dominating flip of the point.
Yeah, I think they could have staggered Anolska there at the end. It seemed like it was just like, oh, I'm going to go back to my team. So just...
I think the problem with the stagger on this map suddenly becomes if you do stagger, they might be able to, control the point a little bit longer. And since it ticks up so quickly, you don't want to allow them to get that extra percentage. Also, did he get that shield? They're going to push in. We do have the gravity coming in. King Nation going to keep everybody up. Not going to find anything from the gravity well. NoSam beat coming out from Sonic, going to keep up everybody on the team of Utah. Hostility going to, oh my gosh, Hostility taking out everyone with the May ult. But Kyre taking out King Nation. Flip is going to come in for Western Kentucky though. As Kyre just one last pick onto Javi, not going to let him get away with nothing. But Nanoska's going to stagger him pretty well as Western Kentucky. It looks like they're going to flip this point. Utah, they're going to try and touch. 15% left on this first point. Doomfist of NoSam going to come in and touch the point and allow it to go into not overtime, but 99%.
Oh, Bison with the
Bison
double!
with the Death Blossom. Gonna find Western Kentucky and Utah. They're gonna flip it and gonna capture this point. Western Kentucky at 99%.
But it seems like this point goes to the Utes, but that's not the only one they have to catch.
Exactly. You can see that little icon in the far right of Kyre's screen. Oh, that was just a ping. So you can see the flashpoint. Sonic gonna stagger Javi. Nice stagger on the side. Did he boop him off, or did he just have really good shots?
I think he just had really good shots, but we see this we have another small checkpoint in this grassy area as Kentucky with two ults compared to the Utes none is trying to figure out how to kind of go around them.
Utah using a lot of ults to get that last point. Well, so Western Kentucky was at 99%, but point is open. We see the ultimate from Hostility. He's going to pop it. He's sitting there on point. NoSam does have his ultimate as well. He's going to come up. Not going to find much as he comes back down. Bison taking out everybody. It's Utah, even with the ultimates from Western Kentucky, going to find everything.
A team kill
again. Is that the third team kill?
That's the second one in this map.
Okay, second one this match. We've had a lot more. Utah, even with the ultimates, as Hostility with the ultimate from Maracha, his Storm, he's going to switch to Orisa. Going to lose that ultimate, not going to try and do anything with that. I feel like Ramacha would be really good with his ultimate on the map. You're trying to control the point, you just step right on it.
I think they're having
diving
trouble.
into the back line.
I think they're having trouble with Doomfist, and that's like the extra defense they need. But we see some ultimates coming out in Western Kentucky.
Kyre taking out Javi and Anitar. No healers on the side of Western Kentucky. And Nolska and King Nation going to take out NoSam and Kyre, but Sonic's going to clean up with Hostility. Utah is going to try and flip control at this point. Western Kentucky, did they flip it in that fight?
They did flip it for a second, but they're getting cornered and just trapped on them.
Oh, look at that. The flip from Anolska.
But the map is still Western Kentucky. Their number is still ticking up, and now it's finally the Utes.
Yeah, those staggers were a lot.
Yeah, that was a lot of just like, good on Kentucky for holding the point for that long. But we see Western Kentucky has 2 ultimates compared to the Utes 2, but they also have a male, so that's kind of scary.
We got the Nano Boost on to the Death Blossom Nano Boost. We got a Beyblade. We got Beyblade, everybody. That is my favorite ult combo. Bison taking out the triple kill. We got a 3rd team kill finally. Count them up, 1, 2, 3. Utah gets that 2nd point. They just need 1 more.
Oh, man.
The next flashpoint, I mean.
Oh
my gosh,
geez.
I love the Death Blossom Nano Boosts. Oh my gosh. I've hit one of those in comp play, and I don't think I've ever screamed as loud as I have when I hit that. I love seeing it in competitive play. It's absolutely amazing.
But the Utes have to be careful because Western Kentucky does have a male in a small map, and
as
it's
it comes
being
out right now, it's
released.
not going to find much. It is going to find Bison, though. Going to force Utah back as Sonic just rides off the map.
For a second there, I thought No Sam was gone, but he seems to be, yeah, kind of got overwhelmed by Western Kentucky as they take this, the 3rd flashpoint.
Yeah. Utah gotta push. They do have a bit to spare as they're up 2-0 right now, but Western Kentucky gonna hold this point as Utah has got a bit of a ways to walk. We see them regrouping.
Yeah, it seems like they're going from the side, but I think they're in a good spot as they just decide to rush the point a little bit. And they have 2 ults, No Sam and Kyre, as they use. Oh no!
The May wall gonna come up. But the Immortality Field going to keep everyone inside of Western Kentucky up. Kyre uses ult, going to take out King Nation, not with the ult, but just because of his pure skill. Beat going to come out to try and keep Western Kentucky up, but it's not going to be enough to save King Nation. Anatar with the ult, but he's going to be taken out just as quickly as Utah pushing onto point. Sonic going to boop Anoska.
Yeah.
Matt gonna finish it out. Utah's gonna flip the point. It's gonna be a close one for Western Kentucky. At 65%, they only got about 2 more fights left in them before Utah takes this 3rd point and the flash point.
Yeah, I mean, I think Javi's his ultimate, just didn't get everyone. It didn't seem like everyone was there. They were kind of split. But we see that Western Kentucky is coming up on 4 ults while the Utes have 2. So we'll see. Oh my gosh.
See a lot coming out from both sides. Hasidi's just going to jump right off the map. Javi's going to boot Matt, and Kyra's going to take out Anolska. Ults on the side of Western Kentucky are being used. Nothing's going to come of it. Anolska and King Nation not going to be enough. They got 1 more fight left in them. They got to rush to point quickly. We're not going to see the switch out of either of them. 10% left for Utah to get at 90%. Western Kentucky has got to touch the point.
But Western Kentucky,
will they have time?
Western Kentucky,
they will not. They're
2
not going to touch the point in time, even with 2 ultimates. Utah takes the flashpoint. Wow, flashpoint looks fun.
Oh, it looked like Western Kentucky switched to hamster at the end, but it wasn't enough.
trying to get that ball, the Hammond, the wrecking ball, whatever you want to call them, out as quickly as possible, but it's not going to be enough.
And we'll go into our 3rd game, and if the Utes do win this game, they do win the entire stage right now. But we're on to Escort and Circuit Royale. It's pretty much just you touch a payload and you move it all the way through 3 points to the end. And pretty much any time you have at the end is added to your score if there's like another round of it.
If both teams make it through, exactly. And we saw a dominating performance on the push part of the hybrid map for Utah on Numbani, so maybe they can translate. I know they've played well on Circuit Royale before. They've had some good maps. I remember some last season. But, yeah, they played super well. I'm excited to see. I remember what was last time? They played a really aggressive on that 2nd checkpoint. I remember I think it was either Matt or I think it was Matt just sitting back on the point with Anna and No Sam and Mew Mew just pushing forward on that 2nd point onto that high ground, just forcing the other teams off. So I'm excited to see if we'll see that again.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like if there's any high ground, the Utes are really good at kind of making their presence known and making sure that the other team doesn't stay up there that long. We saw that in Numbani with Western Kentucky having trouble just kind of fighting the Utes if they aren't on the point. And now we have a moving point, so we'll see what Circuit Royale kind of brings to us.
Yeah, the control of the high ground on Numbani seemed to be Western Kentucky's downfall, and with a lot of high ground. All right, yeah, Western Kentucky. Sorry about that. Lost my train of thought there for a second. Western Kentucky not being able to control that high ground. We got a bit of, we got a lot of high ground for both teams on this point. The first checkpoint, you got the few bridges and the staircases. Utah are gonna maybe try and dive up there. I'm excited to see what they'll do. We might see the Diva from NoSam, which I'd be excited to see again.
Yeah, I mean, this Circuit Royale, this new map is one that is just. It's kind of unique because you do have there's a difference of high ground. There's not just like a bunch of bridges.
We just got an update. We are playing on New Queen Street, not Circuit Royale. So that means we are going to push and not escort. So push, kind of like escort. There's a robot that's going to push a barrier. Sorry about that. But yeah, New Queen Street that's the one in. Oh, I'm thinking of which one am I? Is that the one in Toronto? I think that's the one in Toronto. Great. So my favorite map. I love this. But still, not a lot of high ground left on this. There is some high ground for Utah to dominate, but very long sidelines. So we might see a Sojourn. We might see a Widowmaker try and get those picks on the sidelines with not a lot of cover to that behind.
Yeah, and for those of you who don't know what push is, it's pretty much there's a robot in the middle, and each team kind of has to fight for the robot. When they get control of the robot pushes a mark towards their kind of like end, and so each team has to fight to try to get their objective to the end, push all the way to the end. It's a very flip floppy. It's really fun.
Yeah, I'm excited. There is one checkpoint in the middle of both sides of the map, and which a lot of team fights happen around, so I'm excited to see what Utah and Western Kentucky can do to play around that. Trying to think. I think it's not my strong suit right now, you guys. Utah riding on that high. It is Western Kentucky's pick, so we might see some exciting play for them on this.
Yeah, it seemed like the Utes in the past have done pretty good on push. Some of the maps, they are, as we said, they're really aggressive players. We saw it on Busan. They're also good at defense on Numbani. So we'll see if a Torb will come out, just like kind of get that that far sight line onto anyone that comes near. We'll see if Kariko, I've seen them play Kariko, but Ilari is now a new character, so maybe they'll play her. But I hope we see Diva, and we'll go straight into game.
Yeah, jumping into New Queen Street here for Utah versus Western Kentucky. You mentioned the Kiriko, and I'm kind of sad that Kiriko is no longer in the comp now with Hilari coming in, because I remember Kiriko just being absolutely game changing when she came into the meta.
Yeah, as we see, there's a robot in the middle. Each team has 2 points at the end, and it's just
got to push it to the other team spawn, basically.
Yeah.
So it's a slow moving robot, but once you start it moving, it's very hard to get it to stop moving.
Yeah, there's so many opportunities for team fights and just like the space for it. We see Hostility on Farah. We see Zarya's. And I think Zen is good because you can heal from afar.
Did Western Kentucky switch around who's playing what? With Anatar on the Zarya and Hostility on the Farah? I think they switched around who's playing DPS and tank.
They are. I didn't think that was permanent, but we are. We have Pharmacy. I love Pharmacy.
Oh my gosh. You're so right. I didn't even notice that Javi was on that Mercy.
As they go around and just kind of get this. But the Utes have Sojourn.
I called that Sojourn. Matt on the Ana going to try and poke that out. Hostility.
Oh, jeez.
Hostility going to get a really low damage onto everyone. NoSam going to be taken out by him, but Sonic's going to take out a Nulska by booping him off the map. Hostility going to finish out Kyre as well.
Oh,
we
but
see the Reaper of Bison going to be pushed into that corner. Hostility's taking out Sonic.
and we see the Fair just get a triple kill and finally getting taken down by Bison, but the Western Kentucky team is all up as they take control of the robot and start pushing to their side.
No Sam on that wrecking ball.
Oh,
gonna
no.
try and flank around the back, but Kyre gonna be taken down low.
Kyre has switched to Soldier 76 away from Soldier and to kind of get to
Get that far, get that Mercy with that not quick insta-lock picks.
Oh, but we see Sonic get a double kill, so we'll see if the Western Kentucky seems to be kind of backing up, but as the robot is pushing towards the Utes now.
Yeah, Kyre still trying to find that Mercy and Farah. Sonic keeping the rest of his team alive, pushing around.
Oh, and No Sam is on Hammond as he kind of defends. He's kind of interrupting the team.
There we go. As we see Anatar switch to that
Oh,
Junker
no.
Queen, the Rocket Barrage. Hostility going to find Sonic and Matt. No heals on the side of Utah. Kyre going to be taken out by the knife of Anatar on Junker Queen. Bison trying to stall a little bit more for time. No Sam going to take out King Nation, so it's not completely a loss for Utah as Bison runs or circles around Hostility on the Tracer. Hostility going to try and poke No Sam just for some extra poke damage. Not going to find much as he's flying around. Utah still in control of the robot.
Yeah.
Keep pushing.
I
We got 5 ultimates coming up here on the side of Utah, and only 3, maybe 4 on the side of Western Kentucky. It's going to be a tough fight for Western Kentucky as Hostility, though, just finds Bison, takes him out with that punch. And Ulska taking out No Sam as well. Nothing going right on the side of Utah, even with all these ultimates, but they are saving them. They might put them into one big team fight right here as Western Kentucky pushes the robot through.
Yeah, it seems like Hostility is just being a pain in their butt, just with all of that, vertical space. But it seems like Hammond, No Sam has pushed onto the point as the robot starts pushing towards Western Kentucky.
No Sam still sticking back, gonna get that large health pack. Gonna try and he's gonna get out King Nation. Only one healer left.
Oh, but
Kyre
Tactical
taking out
Visor.
Javi. No more heals on the side of West Kentucky. Utah's going to take control of the robot again. No Sam down low. We still have 3 ultimates on the side of Utah with the pulse bomb, the beat drop, and No Sam on Hammond's mines.
Oh,
Not
but
a lot from Western Kentucky, but you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, Western Kentucky has 4 ultimates, so it's scary to see as the Utes are close to getting the first tick, and they got it.
There you go. First tick is going to allow a lot of movement for them right now as that robot stands still for a second as the minefield does come out. But Anelska is going to take it out. That minefield is going to be negated. He's not going to find anything on the side of kills for it. But King Nation is going to take out Matt in that Onadu. Kyre taking out Hasa. Did he know more? Farah.
Oh, and that was close. King Nation almost got No Sam. But Bison gets a Nolska as the Utes are kind of terrorizing the
Anatar with the nano boost gonna rally forward. Only gonna get No Sam, but he's gonna run away, really low health. But Anatar is gonna find Kyre. He's gonna keep pushing towards Sonic. King Nation is going to finish out.
Oh no, this we have Junker Queen on Anatar, and that's kind of interrupted the Utes team. It seems like they're pushing the Utes back. We'll see if they'll be able to kind of keep control as the robot as it's pushing towards Western Kentucky.
Yeah, Hasadidi staying low,
Oh,
but being
no.
kept up by Javi on that Mercy. As far proven a bit difficult for Utah to take care of. Is just able to run away. Beat drop coming out from Sonic trying to keep Utah alive. No Sam not going to be able to though. Kyre taking out King Nation. One healer down on the side of Western Kentucky, but that Mercy's still up. Hasadidi going low, and Olska's going to be able to finish off Sonic. Only one left on the side of Utah. Utah can take control of the robot, going to start pushing it back towards their point. Western Kentucky not able to get that first point. We got Mercy revive of Javi onto Anatar,
Oh,
and then Nolska is going to be able to finish off Matt and Hasadidi on Bison right after that revive. Western Kentucky still in control of the robot. No Sam having to run away.
Yeah, I mean, I thought the Utes would get it for a second, but it seemed like, Farah, Hasidi on Fire just is really good at controlling the area and just, Hasidi just seems very hard to get rid of. The Utes are having so much trouble. But as they come, they're trying to go around them, just around the point, and we see mines.
Minefield from Nosam coming out, but Anolska gonna be able to take it out. But Kyre gonna finish him off, not gonna find anything from the Death Blossom. Hostility with that barrage, gonna only find Matt. Peeked away for a second, thought he had gotten him. Matt almost finished him off. Utah still in control of the robot. Western Kentucky so close to getting that first point. Bison finishing off Javi right there for a clean up on Western Kentucky.
Yeah, I mean, I think Kyre and Sonic were able to kind of just take control of the point as everyone else was fighting their own battles. But we see the Utes have one ultimate, the Nano for Matt, and Western Kentucky is coming up on one, Junker Queen, but the robot is going back towards Western Kentucky, just kind of contested. Where are the Utes?
No, Sam D-Mech gonna have to back off. Western Kentucky still control the robot. No, Sam still backing up. Gonna be taken out by Anatar, not gonna be able to get that remech in.
Yeah, I'm surprised that they switched to Diva now. I thought that would be earlier, but Hasadidi is just gets a double.
Absolutely
with
dominating on that Farah. That Mercy Pocket is insane. Did they buff Farah? I feel like they buffed Farah, or am I just bad at Farah? I think it might be I'm just bad.
I'm sure they buffed her between now and like the last time we streamed.
Probably.
We see Nolska just kind of hiding, waiting for the Utes as they group up and try to figure out how to approach this.
We do have the Tac Visor and the Pulse Bomb inside of Utah. Tac Visor is going to find Hasadidi, not going to allow that barrage coming in from Hasadidi. No Sam's going to finish off Anoska. No more DPS on the side of West Kentucky. No Sam also going to finish off Anatar. Utah winning this team fight. Western Kentucky, did they get the point?
They did. They did get the next tick, but it seems like they're pretty even. We see like the kind of grayish.
Yeah, they're close, but not close enough. Utah trying to stall out time just a little bit more.
But the robot has stopped and is going back towards Western Kentucky.
No Sam
Pharmacy back.
Yeah, no Sam switching off that Diva to the Zarya, maybe the counter Anatar. Death Blossom not gonna find Sonic. So a little less movement on the side of Utah, but no Sam's gonna take out Hasadidi. Javi interrupted from that res by Bison. No Sam finishing him off. Low health. Gravity well coming in from No Sam. He's gonna finish off Western Kentucky right there. Utah dominating win. Lots of ultimates going in there. As we see King Nation on the Kiriko now. I love this. Kiriko's back, baby.
But
Bison still's got that pulse bomb, but we do have Kiriko's immortality bless. Utah pushing that wall just a little bit further.
yeah, I mean, we only have less than a minute left, and the Utes have made some more progress, but we see a missed pulse bomb from Bison, and Anatar Nolska gets 2 Utes. We'll see how. And it seems like they have gotten back control of the robot. Oh no.
Yeah, Hasadidi does have that barrage of rockets coming in. Might use that to keep the point alive. They still have to catch up to Utah. They just need to catch up. Don't need to push anywhere past it. King Nation going to take out Kyre as he's focused up on Hasadidi. There we go. The barrage of rockets coming out, taking out No Sam. Western Kentucky keeping pushing. Utah's got to touch. They just have to touch.
They only have to make it to where the Utes stopped now. And it seems like they're finally contested.
As we see the Tac Visor come out from Kyre, going to take out Javi and Hasadidi.
For an overtime.
Western Kentucky's main point of damage is gone. No Sam on the Doomfist, taking out King Nation.
But too many Western Kentucky players are out. That's
Utah,
a team kill!
Utah! Team kill to finish it off! 3-1 Utah. Utah, was that 3-1? Yeah, Utah
Yeah.
3-1 takes the win over Western Kentucky in the first Overwatch map of the season on New Queen Street. Dominating performance, a good comeback try from Western Kentucky, but a dominating finish from Utah.
Yeah, oh my gosh, that was very scary at the end because it switched from Western Kentucky having to make it all the way to having to make it to where the Utes stopped, and that was really close. I was very worried that the Utes would be able to kind of just contest the point in time because we saw a lot of them fall right before that final kind of skirmish. But yeah, the Utes kind of stepped up and were on 3-1 in the Utes' favor, and I'm very happy.
It was a very well played match from both teams, but Utah, I mean, close on that. Good job by Western Kentucky on that New Queen Street map, but Utah just edging them out, just getting that little bit of extra reach in. Finishing up on New Queen Street, forcing Western Kentucky. Utah now 1-0 on the season, 100% win rate. We're gonna win the entire thing now. They haven't lost a game all season. They're the best team of all time. No, dominating performance. Allowing Western Kentucky to win that first map on Busan. For a little fire under their butts. Now they got something to fight for. They can't let them win anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I think Western Kentucky really shook the Utes when it came to switching up who played who. And that pharmacy did a lot to kind of push their team to make the Utes play as well as they have. But yeah, that's it. We have 3-1 to the Utes' favor, and this is stage 1. So we'll see what comes next. We aren't sure right now.
Yep.
We'll come back to you in an hour when we'll have our next map. And, don't forget to subscribe to be notified to when we come back to live. And, yeah.
Yeah, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in about an hour for the next Utah Overwatch match.